It's right at 102 degrees in here. It's just burning up, man. But I got Fancy in here. She looks so pitiful. She's so dirty. Got this in here. I might fool around with her a little bit. I ain't quite sure which car I'm going to take to the Halloween race. I'd love to take Calamity, go down there and just wreak havoc. I just don't know if she'll be ready yet. I want to buy a bunch of really good stuff and put on that car, so funds is just tight. But Fancy, she'll probably do just fine. I really want to see how she does with the 406. I want to run my 5.0, not 5.0s. I want to run my high fives, pump gas, street car, and then move on to going really fast with the 64. But I think Dustin might be going to the Halloween race. No Bones is probably going. I got his car all dialed in and good. He went and put it on the dyno, so that's cool. But more than likely Fancy is going and Carlos Camaro is going. And maybe I can get Dad to drive a black truck down and make some passes. My freaking paint's bubbling on the roof. It's bubbling all down the car, and I hate body work. I tried to make it okay. It just ain't that, but that's why she's Fancy, because she ain't. My wheels is filthy, my tires is dirty. It's just real street car stuff here. Two-step for the win. That was cool. All right, we just got back and leaned on old Fancy a little bit and come back pulling the plugs out. Look at that. Timing is great. Mixture's great. Everything's happy. These plugs are looking pretty good. That's probably the richest one I've seen. All right, see this? Idle's a little rich. Wide open throttle is probably 12 O's, 11.5, 12 O's. Timing's spot on. Probably take a couple degrees out of it, but I'm not going to. And I run a projected tip plug because it'll burn the plug instead of hurting something. I think you're supposed to do that, but we're only at 12 pounds of boost, 10, 12 pounds of boost. We'll be at 20, but for right now, it's pretty good. We're fixing to take Fancy out to Arden. And this evening we're going to go over to Mike White's and see if we can beat the guts out of this sucker. Shake it down, check my tunes, make sure everything's pretty good. Mike White's. I'm gonna shake down Fancy a little bit, see how she does, see how close my tune is, see how my boost curve comes in and all that good stuff. We'll probably leave on the trans brake one time and then see what she does. Roll into it in high gear and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir, baby. Street dyno, the one and only, the original Skull Garage Street dyno. Well, that burger rod's good. Woohoo! What did it go through there?
About 12 pounds.
It sounded good.
Oh yeah, it's hard to tell, it just spins so hard.
He kicked it loose good up there too.
Oh yeah, well I just rolled into it right there.
Do what?
What did it go through there? About 12 pounds.
Two-step right there.
In about a half a second, and you can see where just a second then it really starts spinning hard.
Oh yeah.
There ain't no sense of playing with the tail.
He's got a new set of radials to put on the back of it. It's got some good tread. It's asphalt out here is plenty dirty and it's making plenty of power, so it just don't like it at all. It's got a little sneeze. It's gonna put 20 pounds in it, but it's about 12. So
yeah, she's doing it. It only sneezes in high gear, and that's either where my boost activated power valves. I got 110 power valve restrictor circuit in it, and it's probably overly rich, and that's probably what's causing it to sneeze, or it could be lean, but I don't think it's lean. I think if anything, it might be a touch rich, and that's causing it to sneeze. Because if you watch it sneeze, it blows a little puff of black, But I'll be able to look at my O2 and it'll tell me. I got the log on it.
Got the date. He's gonna get the date on this. The dater.
Oh. I had a little bit of a sneeze, a little bit of a cough in high gear. I think it's either probably going a little rich or a little lean, or it might not have enough time in it up there. I'm not sure. We're going lean. The power valves ain't opening.
Yeah,
There's not enough boost pressure to open the power valves.
It's lean as hell.
Yeah, it went 17.9.
Yeah,
Them power valves ain't open. I got to put regular power valves back in it. Either that or that cheap blow-off's hanging.
It might be. Them springs may have bound up and just keep it open.
There's something going on. All right, then we'll just see if we can make her to the house.
Yeah, just these on. That's how you shake them down.
Yeah. When I was leaving, yeah, make sure it was clean. Like when you do it like that, when you roll into it with enough RPM.
I heard it kept moving. There you go.
Well,
I done put the camera pocket here.
It's so weird because this train, I don't know. I got a lot of work to do before October. Well, everything's different. The whole combo's different now. Well, earlier we went and tested, and I had a little bit of a hiccup, and it was a lean spot. The boost activated power valve on the primary side wasn't opening early enough. So come back, adjusted that, and went up there and tested it, and it clean as it could be. Flat footed in high gear, did great. I guess on my brain, once I get something on my mind, I can't let it go. And I've been thinking about how good the 406 runs in the 74 over the S480. That sucker, it was so good. But I got that aluminum 6.2 in the corner that I built. Forged pistons, forged rods, killer crankshaft, killer camshaft, all that good stuff. All right, I built this 6.2 during the Helene storm. This is known as the Helene LS. When the hurricane hit and destroyed everything, and we had power for no power for 7-9 days, something like that. This is what I did, built it out here in the dark. Then ordered pistons and rods, tore it apart, put forged pistons, forged rods in it, got the compression where I wanted it to be, which means I can run 20 pounds of boost on this on pump gas with a blow-through carburetor deal and all that. Got everything hooked up, everything wired up. I don't have the cooling system on it yet. I just want to see if it'll hit, see if it'll make noise, make sure it gets oil pressure. That's my whole thing. So let's see what happens. Well, it runs, cool. Got oil pressure too, nice. Right up. Don't sound as good as my 406, that's for sure. But it is what it is. I don't know what to do here. I might throw it in the car just to see what it does. But you got good oil pressure and all that stuff, so cool. Can't run it long because it ain't got no water or nothing in it, and it really needs some sort of exhaust on it. LS's don't never sound good open header. I've heard a couple. Austin Greens, that sucker sounded good. I bet I had long tubes, I'm sure. This thing ain't got no tubes. But oil pressure good, everything good. Cool. All right, got it right here. It's like 40 degrees this morning. It's pretty awesome. Put on the long sleeve. Still got my shorts on, but felt real good this morning. About 45 degrees. I'm loving it. But got all the water and stuff in it. Got everything hooked up. Got it on the stand. I'm debating about grabbing the exhaust off Calamity. V-banding it to that. Yeah, I might do that. Just direct the sound down, because I don't like the way them sound. They blah 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 blah. I'll do that right quick and then we'll fire up. It's just now 8 o'clock, so that'll kill a little bit of time, and then I'll be able to fire it up. Anyway, what I'm saying is I didn't have the bolt in the back there, and these mounts are trash. There's nothing there, basically just there to set, and there ain't no bolt hole. And that one, I had a good set of mounts that I made for this, and I guess I left them on somebody's engine, or I don't know what I've done with them. Couldn't find them, but I had these junkers laying around, so that's what I throw it on there. So let's crank a little idle into her. Try again. I think I'm burning my plug wires. But I can't rip on it hard and just a little blip. I just want to make sure there ain't no coolant leaks. I reused the MLS gaskets. I just sprayed them with paint. Created a little coat for everything to seal. So if they seal, I'll be surprised. I ain't had no copper spray at the time. That is coming out of that. She don't sound bad. For an LS, she don't sound bad at all. And that is a carefully selected camshaft that I wanted for an NA combination. I prefer to use NA cams with boost versus turbo cams because, well, I just like them that way. Now I gotta make the decision whether to LS swap Fancy or leave my 406 in it and see how she does. Come back, then swap it. I gotta order a pretty good deal, pretty good amount of stuff to put this in there. I think I might shoot it black. I ain't sure. She runs rock solid oil pressure. Don't seem to have no coolant leaks, nothing like that. So everything's sealed up. It's got head studs and all that in it. It's got forged pistons, forged rods, healthy camshaft. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. So I just got to decide what I want to do. I really don't want to LS swap my car, but I would like to have the option to do any engine combo because I've got everything set up. I can go small block single turbo, small block twin turbo. I can go big block single turbo, big block twin turbo, or I've not done LS yet. It would save a ton of weight off the front of the car, off the nose. Maybe I just have to look at it that way. What is the smartest decision to do as far as weight and everything goes? I don't know. What y'all folks think? I don't usually ask nobody's opinion on nothing, but I know there's one fella commented on there, said quit being dumb. Put that 6.2 in that car and said it'll run your 5 all day long with no hassle at all. That's all I want to do. I want to run high fives, pump gas. That 406, that sucker freaking, oh God, it flies. It runs so good. I like it just spins now. Even with the radials, even with all the suspension stuff I've done. You'd be able to roll into it in high gear before and it wouldn't even attempt to break loose with radial pros and stuff on it. Now it'll knock them smooth off. So, I don't know. I'll probably put it in. I'll probably order the stuff to do it and put it in there and just see how it feels. I'm riding over to Bo's going to see if we can get his car fired up. He went from the whole grid and all that stuff over to the Hyperspark. See if we can get it fired up. All right. You fix that line, got rid of the filter, Hyperspark and all that stuff's in. That's cool. Alright, made it back from Bones's. Everything's good. I'm pulling this motor out. I'm putting the LS in it. This sucker, it shakes all over the place. It's just unreal. I've lost all my header bolts now. I should have took it and had it balanced. I used to be able to take him SCAT 9000 series cranks and didn't have to worry about it. You just throw them in, they work good. But this one, it acts like it's an internal instead of an external. So I'll be pulling her out this weekend. Swapping over to the LS, see how that does.
It's so bad.
Alright, well, I got Fancy back in here. Fixing to pull the 406 and put a 6.2 LS in it. Didn't ever really want to go to an LS, but I'm going to just see how it does. Plus, this thing has got a vibration at 2700 RPM, and I contacted SCAT about the crankshaft, and it is supposed to have been factory balance, which I've used 12 times before. Never had a problem, never had a vibration, nothing. They've been great. Shouldn't cause an issue. Use correct balancer and flex plate. But contacted them and they said that they had issues with these. So I'm gonna see if they'll do something about it. Probably won't. I'll probably have to take it down to John at Skips and have him balance it for me, because they do an awesome job at balancing. So it just keeps shaking bolts and stuff loose. If you keep it below 2700, it's perfectly fine. You get above 2800, it's perfectly fine, smooth as silk. It's just that given RPM. So I've got to pull it out in order to fix it. So I'm gonna pull it out and throw the 6.2 in there. I've done ordered mounts and all that stuff for the 6.2. I've got forged pistons, forged rods, have the camshaft, all kinds of stuff. That combo ought to make 500 horsepower just the way it sets, if not more. So this probably makes 475, close to it. 6.2 is lighter than what this is. So, and can handle more horsepower and all that kind of stuff, because this is just a stock 2-bolt, which got away with like 900, 950 on stock 2-bolt, 400 with no problem. It's not that big of a deal. It's just hard for me to pull a small block out of something and not go to a big block or go to another small block. But I'm optimistic. I think the 6.2 is going to be cool. It just sucks there will be another LS guy, another guy with an LS motor in his car. But if it makes power, it makes power. It shouldn't matter. It'll save weight and make power, so that's a win-win. And that's what it's about. Making power and being dependable and all that good stuff. So this combination is rock solid as far as dependability. But it's vibrating to the point, like where I'm cruising because of the converter, I'm always at about 2700 RPM, even in high gear, unless I want to do, 75, 80 mile an hour. Then I'm a little higher than that. But it's to the point where it's vibrating bolts and stuff loose. It vibrated my header bolts loose. I wasn't able to get up on boost, wasn't be able to leave. Sucked. So went over to Bones, helped him with his car, got it fired up after he was switched from the grid system. I did all the sniper stuff, all that on it, and took it and dynoed it, and that was good. But he wanted to control the nitrous with the sniper unit, so he ordered the grid. I mean, not the grid. He ordered the Hyperspark and all that stuff, and put that on there. Went over there and confirmed his timing and fired it up, and she's good to go. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the weekend, Labor Day weekend, I do believe, hopefully by the end of the weekend, she'll have a 6.2 in her, and we'll be set and ready. But there we go. Fancy's fixing to get a little bit more fancy, I think. He said 1 second, he wants to film you. Go ahead. The black truck looks pretty good. Alright, we got her all loose and out and all that stuff. I was just telling Dad, I can't believe I'm fixing to put an LS in my car. It's something I never thought I would do. I've had one for a while. I just didn't want to put it in there. But you can see where that exhaust leak was. It's bad. So she wouldn't come up on the boosts. But yeah, pulling this out, and I'll go ahead and swap the mounts and stuff, and I got all that delivered, and we'll get the LS drop down in there. It'll save a bunch of weight off the nose of the car, which is cool. Should make some good power. I built it to handle whatever I want to throw at it, so it should be all right. And that'll be in there until I get the 540 done. We'll do a 540 and put it in here next. Aluminum headed 540. Yes, yes. Well, she's fixing to come out. All right. We had to drill the flex plate because that wasn't going to work. So we drilled that, and then I got the motor mounts and all that stuff on. So we'll see. Fixing to put her in. All right, well, it wasn't very quick drop in, but we finally got it in there. And I have to go back and dent this and dent that and move this and move that, and freaking dipstick of the transmission's mashed good, but I ain't worried about it. And now we're gonna see if my turbo stuff fits. Well, we got it in there. Aluminum 62. I had to set my carburetor on there just for looking purposes. It ain't for eating, it's just for looking through. But yeah, I got to build exhaust because I want my turbo to stay in the same place, and that's going to mount the turbo in its location, and then I'll build everything to the turbo. So I'm going to get me probably a T4 or T6 flange and use that, probably the 3-inch exhaust, and build it custom, or do 2.5. I'll probably do 3-inch here to the T6 and then 2.5 across with one of them little flex tubes in it again, just like that. Yeah, it's got to have some flex someplace.
Revolution number 2. Right?
Yeah, Colton, you've had your LS together for 2 years.
Don't think officially in, but
no, but come on, man. Let's get some rockers and get that thing in the S10. Go run some 4s. So it'll do it. Yeah, Cole went with Terminator X. He went with all the good stuff. 12-inch dash. Like,
he's got the sink and
yeah, he's. Yeah. It run pretty good on my 406, and I wouldn't even pull the 406 out if it didn't have that little vibration in it. We'll see. This is my own. There's not an LS out there that's built the way this one is. The combination. I promise you, there's not.
It's not no run-of-the-mill shit LS.
No, and it's not crazy, but it's special in its own kind of way. It's pretty good. All right, we're gonna call it. We're hungry, and we got it in there. That's awesome. Like yeah, we could have had big block in this. Pull the big block back out, put a small block back in, had it all bolted up with the amount of time it took to get that thing to fit right. Yeah, the flex plate was one thing. We drilled the flex plate out.
The bell, super bell on there, get a little clear bolt, let's fix it, and then fix the firewall shit. Could have been twice.
But it is in there, so cool.
Took one of those motor mounts, you don't need any motor mounts, those sweet still $40. That fucking worked good, it's bolt right on there. Try to make them damn things. Shit, that's nice.
And it's adjustable. You can move the motor forward or backwards, but I want it set back as far as I can get it. But the spindle where the plug hole is.
Real good.
Calamity's built that way for the big block. It's the spindle is in the center of the number 1 plug hole.
Yeah.
And it's up and back.
We're gonna take Clary up the road today too. We can get straight down her Clary.
Oh, that's true.
Come.
Well, it's all the way tomorrow. Labor Day.
Labor Day, all you girls go to Labor Barn. Them big babies.
Yeah. All right, that's a wrap for now. All right, to make the LS power steering pump work with my old small block Chevy or my 74 steering box, take this out of your factory steering pump off the 74. Take the one out of the LS, because because the way they go together is different. See that? See that? That uses an O-ring. This is just a taper. So that way I can put this in here. Then I can use my line off the 74. Get in there. Well, I gotta use 2 hands. But that's how that works. Alright, so you swap this from the GM 1974 power steering pump. Take that out, you put it in the LS pump. Then you use your 74 lines in this because the ends is different. And then you could take the LS one and put it on that other pump and put it up and keep it till you need it. But this is how you can go from this to your original steering box. Just got to change that out. Alright, got the water pump and all that stuff on, and I'm trying to make the power steering work, and it's just fighting me and fighting me and fighting me. But I'll get it. Alright, got everything wired to the starter, pretty much all the wiring stuff done, converter bolted up. Now I'm inside wiring stuff. Well, labeling, then disconnecting, then wiring. Alright, check this out. That piece that I had on there sucked. I didn't like it, so I ordered this. It's a step down. It'll go from 3" to 2.5, and then I can curve over, do all the exhaust. That's pretty cool right there. Nice. Alright, there we go. It comes out, turns, goes in my flex, and then goes into my elbow. Alright, it ain't perfect, but there she is. That's flux core. You can only do so much and make it look so good, but it'll work. I'll be wrapping it, no problem. Alright. That fit perfect. Shot some black paint on it. Alright, well, I made my radiator hose, and that's going to work just fine. A little close right there, but I can get a finger width between it, and this will have header wrap on it, so I'll be fine. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. That's how it was on the 74. But I didn't mock this up before I built that, so I'm lucky that it cleared it all. Yeah, we got plenty of room. Cool, I'm getting there. Alright, I'm making me a flange for my other wastegate, and I'm cutting these stainless headers with my plasma cutter. I'm gonna tell you, that thing right there, that is awesome. I cannot believe how good them things work. Cool. That stainless absolutely will kill a hole saw. I mean, a knock a teeth slap off of it. Nice. Alright, and make the other side match this side. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. Let's let her down and see how far the front end squats, if front end squats at all. Come on, front end, you can come down anytime now. It's coming. So it's substantially lighter in the front. Cool. All right, let's hear what she sounds like. Oh, wait. don't like. Said max is like 30 degrees, 28 degrees, about max. It's 35. Way happier, way happier. This is a very unique combo though, so. Way better, way better. Need to stick the front end on. I went to the tune. I built a tune with the 6012 box. It's an old box. The MSD 6012, you have to set your base timing, which one to be. Like mine right now is 15 degrees, and then you use your map sensor. You add timing on top of that up until it goes into more than atmospheric pressure, like 14.7 atmospheric pressure, depending on the elevation. It's different, but generally it's about 14.7. So when the map sensor gets to that point, then I'm into positive pressure, then I start pulling timing after 1 or 2 psi from there, and then it flattens down to 15 degrees, which 15 degrees at 20 pounds of boost on this compression motor is not going to be enough timing, but I'm keeping it safe because I don't know where the boost is going to go to exactly. I did build a tune for my boost controller that leaves off the trans brake. When I activate the trans brake button, it should go to 5 psi and then ramp to 15 in about half a second. So we'll see if all that works. So the 6.2, it runs pretty good. I don't think it runs as good as the 4.6. But that was, went up road, that was only about 9 pounds of boost. Felt good and strong and all that stuff. But I was gonna pull the crank stuff out of this, run it down to Skip's. I'll run it down to John and Kenny, and said they'd be able to balance that for me. Well, there it is. Stock block. 2-bolt cast crankshaft, SCAT 9000 series. Them journals look phenomenal. All the bearings look great. Everything looks great. Even the thrusts, they all look great. So there it is. And I beat the tar out of that thing, even with it vibrating. So didn't hurt nothing. I'm tickled to death about that. This crankshaft, what was it? It was 500 out. Well, 2.
It was over 500.
He got her down within a gram. That is crazy. Look at all the holes he had to put in it. That's awesome right there. She's gonna be a whole different combo now. Smooth as silk. So when Carla rode my car that first time, she was right. Something's wrong. Thanks again, man. That's awesome. Well, we are on our way back from yet another Skip White adventure. Yep. Well, this is the John and Kenny adventure. Yeah, those guys are awesome. Went down here, he balanced my 400 crank and all that stuff. That sucker was 500 grams out of balance. 300 something on the nose and 200 something on the back.
Thanks a lot, SCAT.
Yeah, thanks, SCAT. Hey, when I showed him the crankshaft, he said they ain't even marks where they've even tried to balance it. Like it wasn't even. But he used to get them things and they'd be great. Now they're just, I don't know. It's supposed to be a 400 OE balance and it was nowhere close. So be aware, folks. And then they want more. When I bought that crank, I think it was like $300. Now it's $360 for
$60 extra dollars out.
For crap, yeah.
$100 off for having to take it and get it balanced.
Yep. So we're heading back. Just want to say it's awesome. Everything's balanced. We can get her back in the car. Well, it will be back in the car sooner or later.
Everything's balanced again.
Yeah, I'm happy again.
getting there. It don't take much for me to get completely out of whack. My car ain't right, I ain't right.
Nope. That's a fact.
I don't sleep. I'm inconsolable.
Yep. Don't even want those things.
Yeah, she tried to throw me a little poon last night. I'm like, nah, I'm alright.
Well,
I'm just gonna go to bed.
don't even need to move.
Oh, that's a good woman though. And rode all the way down here with me, drove me down here, so I ain't got to drive. Because although this isn't bad, when we get closer to our neck of the woods, traffic is terrible. I can't stand it. Too many people. But we got our balance. We're heading back to old Candler Town now, so should be good.
All right, got back with the crank. You can see how much you had to drill to get the balance right, but it's within a gram now. Got the crank in torqued. I go 30, 50, 70, and then on the rod bolts, I go 30, 50, 64. Get it all buttoned back together, and then I can flip it over and get the top end back on. All right. Got everything back together finally. Just got to set the lash. I can throw the intake on it, flip it over and throw the pan on it, and she's done. Well, got to put all the accessory stuff back on, crank trigger and all that. So, yep. Yeah, the same person made all of it. Well, all right then. We got the 406 back together. All right, well, we're sitting over here. Well, me, you're with me, I guess. Sitting over here on the side of the road. Well, on the side of the road over here at the at-home store. I figured out what's going on with the oil pressure. This thing will be perfectly fine, doing great, no noise or nothing. And as the oil gets hot, I start to hear a slight little tick, very, very faint. And then it gets louder and louder and louder, and I got a lifter that's bad. The plunger's collapsing, the lifter's collapsing, and then that's when the oil pressure starts to drop after you start hearing that lifter going, starts to come down. Shut the car off, let it set 5 minutes, fire it back up, and oil gets back up to it, it pumps back up, and it's good to go. So, guess I'll be pulling this back out and ordering me a set of lifters and a new pump, and probably different head gaskets and all that. We'll build this sucker. I mean, it's built good. I just didn't replace the original lifters. So, that's LS stuff, I reckon. But it is what it is. That's hot rod life. All right, I come out here this morning and decided, instead of pulling the motor out, I'm gonna pull the head off, change lifters, put lifters in this side, put it back together, reseal the head gasket. Hopefully it seals, because as you can see, I sprayed them with black paint. That's my coating, but I've got copper coat now, so.
Black paint. Black paint.
Yeah, you'll see it in the video.
And it's worked before.
Yeah, it's been working. Pull the head off of it, put lifters in it, put it back together, seal it back up, see if that fixes it. If that don't fix it, then I'll pull it out, because there's something somewhere else and I can't. I put a new O-ring in it, put a new dipstick tube, new all that, new pan, all that. So if this don't do it, I don't know what will. All right, well, that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I still got to put it back together. But yeah, fix the pull lifters out. All right, stuck a magnet and pulled out, and everything was apart. So that's one. Voodoo magic. All right. Got all that, yeah, he definitely have to do that. Got everything cleaned up. Little Scotch-Brite pad and brake cleaner does wonders for getting paint off. We use paint to seal the head gasket. The surface cleaned up, the head surface cleaned up, and I got the gaskets copper coated. Probably put one more coat on it, slap them on there, and start torquing everything down. Had two bad lifters. One was coming apart, and one, the little spring wasn't staying in, the little clip. So hopefully that was the problem. So these four have been swapped out, and then the four that come out are laying, eight. These 8 have been swapped out, and then the 8 that come out are laying over there somewhere. So I'll keep them separated. But yeah, we're getting her.
He's getting.
No, we getting
I'm just in the fucking way.
Hey, no, sit over here for moral, emotional support.
Just the old motherfucker away.
Now, I want to get this thing fixed and done, and maybe I can drive it to Arden.
Today.
That'd be a test to see if it works.
And it's gonna work. It's what's broke. If you don't find broke shit, then you worry. You find broke shit, you're like, what's the broke shit?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Can't hurt.
He's learning to sell this shit, though.
Yeah, it's LS is extremely basic.
They're simple, but they're
Yeah,
different.
it's
different.
it's like setting valves and stuff. It's just
Setting that whole intake.
a monkey could do it.
That little plate right there in the middle is cool as shit.
Yeah.
And the little O-rings on the intake's cool as shit. You just,
What they should have done though is design that thing where you could get the lifters out without pulling the head. That's a design flaw.
that's the thing.
All right, got the gaskets back on. All right, except for my temp sensor right here for my air inlet temps. Well, that's not hooked up, but everything else is hooked up. Things back together. I don't have to fire it up, pull it out, and pull over there and fill it full of water. Take the upper radiator hose off and fill it from top to the bottom. But it's back together. All right, got a different alternator on her now. This is a 250 amp. Should charge better and work better and everything else. Come to find out, I had two burnt plug wires. One was almost burnt completely in half, and one was burnt pretty good. But ordered new plug wires. These won't be here till tomorrow, so I grabbed another stocker and throwed it on there just to fire it up and see how it charges and all that stuff. Funny, my exhaust has a chirp like a big block. Change lifters, change plug wires, change plugs, fatten the carburetor up and idle a little bit. We'll see. I ain't gonna beat on them. I'm just gonna go drive around and see if my oil pressure stays up, all that good stuff. Case come over here to help film, which is awesome. Testing the LS, I got a boost curve in it set to go to 5 pounds, then ramp to 15 in 1 second. So we're gonna see if that'll work as far as hooking and grabbing and going. Then I got a toggle that I can roll into it to see if I can get her up to 15 pounds with my flip. And we're just gonna see how everything works, play with the suspension and all that kind of stuff. So here we go, let's see what happens.
No. It's a nice set. Sounds clean though. Let's bring it in the boost about a second.
We're letting it cool off a little bit. After I changed the thermostat out, we had a big old air pocket in. I think that's what the issue was there. All right, well, we made it back. It's still running a little warmer than I'd like. It's about 180. I'd much rather see it around 170, 160, but not too bad, I don't guess. All right, that was, I just wanted to see if I could see where the boost was going to. Sucker pulls good. It's so crazy how this thing pulls with less weight in the nose and all the weight on the back end versus the 406. It would just break loose. And we got up to 170 degrees. I feel like I was hitting the rev limiter, but my shift light wasn't coming on, so there's something going on with that. I gotta check that. I'm gonna try this again to get her in high gear and see where the boost goes to. Everything seems good. Well, I made it back from here all the way to Arden, all the way to Mike White's, all the way back to the trailer out yonder. From there up to the business park, beat on it, back to the trailer, back up to the business park, beat on it, then all the way from Arden back to Candler. And I put a 160 degree thermostat in it. She rides at 160 degrees, oil pressures between 35 and 40, just cruising at 2200 RPM, 2400 RPM. And I'm fairly confident that if something was going to let go, it'd have done it, because I kind of beat the snot out of this thing over the weekend. But that's pretty good. I'm pretty tickled with it. I got to say that this LS drives, I hate to say this, but it drives better than the small block does. I think it's the weight, but the car just drives and handles good. It's because of the smaller cubic inches. It's not, my converter's not as loose, so the car drives better. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, as of right now, I'm pretty sold on the whole LS. Is it a big block Chevy? No, it's not. But it runs good, it drives good, and my turbo is big enough to where it's kind of laggy, so it doesn't immediately knock the tires off of it like the 406 and stuff did. So that's pretty cool. Seems to work really well. The car weight transfers really well. Feels really good. So we'll just have to take it to the track and see what it runs with the LS. But I'm going to leave the LS in and take it and see what she does. I finally found a combination that I'm happy with the drivability, I'm happy with the power that it makes, I'm happy with kind of everything. So it's pretty good. It will not knock the tires off at 65 mile an hour with the radial pros and stuff on it like the 406 would, but also the 406 was heavier on the nose. My suspension wasn't set up like it is now with the 406. I got it soft so that it weight transfers on the street. So, but the 406 was very violent. That combination was violent. This is smooth, if that makes sense. The power comes in smooth, everything feels good. So I think we got a winner for right now. But you know I change engines like people change socks. So, but I'm pretty happy with this. Sounds good, drives good, handles good, makes good power, feels good. So Pretty good, pretty good. Good job, Fancy. And I got 100 on the button right there with the nitrous. I got 100 shot right there. If I need a little extra anything, I got her set at about 14 pounds of boost. That's where it went to in high gear. So we'll just have to take it to the track and see what she does.